Today we're going to look at a good old favourite Tesla, favourite of everybody's. There's some news that came out early on in the week and just now on delivery figures. I'm going to take a look at it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you head down and subscribe so you don't miss any future content coming out. You'll get the whole lot. You'll see everything that I produce, and make sure you give it a little like while you're down there, or of course enjoy the video, watch the whole of the video, actually like it, and then give it a like because you've liked it. You can also pop a comment down there as well as we go throughout the video. Let me know your thoughts about Tesla, maybe whether you're in, whether you're out, bull or bullish. Be good to hear from you. So as I said, we're gonna have a look at some news on Tesla. We're gonna have a look at the delivery figures for Q1 year on year, and that is good reason certainly why the stock was quite bullish at the beginning of the week. And then we're gonna look at the overriding news for the EV stocks in general, which is why it's actually ended the week down as a whole. And then we've just had some news about the March delivery figures in China. Breaking into China will be huge for Tesla, and we're gonna have a look at the delivery figures for that as well. And then it'll be interesting to see what happens on Monday to the stock price based on that, just to see if it has an impact at all. Or it'll be interesting to see if this overriding bad news in the EV market with the shortage of chips continues to dampen Tesla's spirits. We shall see. It'll be interesting. So we'll get into the computer. We'll have a look at all the articles that I found on the details, and then I'll give you my overriding view. Right, let's take a look at Tesla then quickly. So I will start in the portfolio as always. Again, with complete transparency that I own Tesla $3,361 worth, and this is what's happened kind of this week. So if we scroll in here, if we have a look at the beginning of week Monday, so the news that I'm about to share with you of Q1 figures came out, certainly the news article I've got came out on the 1st of April, which was just before bank holiday weekend. Then the market opened again on the 5th of April, had a very good day, but sentiment was always bearish there. So, and then it's kind of good days, bad days, but it's ended up the week down. So as a whole, it's not been a great week, but we'll go through why in a second. So the first article to look at is this one, which is CNBC. We've got the delivery figures here. So Tesla reported first quarter vehicle production and delivery numbers for 2021. In total, it delivered 184,800 vehicles and produced 180,338 cars. Analysts were expecting Tesla to deliver around 168,000 vehicles during this period. So it beat analysts' expectations on deliveries, which is really good. Estimates ranged between 145,000 and 188,000 deliveries. So even the highest analyst expectations and reports and targets for deliveries, Tesla was just shy of that, which is pretty impressive. And Q1 beat, you can see there, Q4's deliveries, which you'd sort of expect really, but is obviously some good news. And if you just read this bit, so just to give you a percentile increase here, Tesla's latest delivery numbers represent more than 100% increase from the same period last year. So year on year, we've got 100% increase, over 100% increase in delivery numbers, which is really strong. It comes across as really strong. However, if we take a look at this article here, which is on Seeking Alpha, Tesla, why its deliveries beat means nothing. So let's go down to the little bits here. The bits we really want to focus on is just the other EV. It's competition really. So NIO's delivered 20,000 vehicles in Q1, which is a massive 423% year on year. XPeng was 487% year on year. Li Auto also saw deliveries rise 300% year over year. So actually the over 100% increase year on year Tesla is a little overshadowed by XPeng, Li Auto and NIO. China is the biggest manufacturer of EVs in the whole world. Li Auto, XPeng and NIO, I'm pretty sure, you can correct me on that if I'm wrong, are all Chinese companies. So that kind of doesn't surprise me too much. Now, a couple more things I want to go through. So Market Watch here, this will be reported on many different market websites. Wedbush Analyst and I Sunday upgraded Tesla stock to the equivalent of buy from neutral and raised its price target on the stock to $1,000 from $950. I mean, $950 was still a seriously bullish case there, but that implies an upside of more than 40% over Monday prices. Ives raised his long-term bull case on Tesla to $1,300. Now, on Monday's prices, it's dropped since then, so we're looking at over a 40% increase if that price target remains. In our opinion, the Q1 delivery numbers realised on Friday was a paradigm changer. he said in a note. So that was his reasoning for the increase on the price target on Tesla. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens next week because we have some more news. Now I just mentioned that China is the biggest EV manufacturer in the world in terms of country, and I've got another article here. This is on TETrading. We've got an article that's just come out as of today. Tesla's numbers from China last month have been reported, and they're nothing short of insane. Based on data from the China Passenger Car Association, Tesla's local vehicle deliveries for the month of March stood at an impressive 35,478 units. Now bear in mind that NIO are delivering 20,000 units in a quarter. 35,478 in 1 month is pretty impressive, and even better that it's in China. So it goes on, with such numbers, Tesla has effectively posted a 93.69% month over month sequential growth. Month over month, not year on year, month on month, which means the majority of its growth year on year really was done just in March. So anyway, the article does go on, so you can go ahead and read that for yourself, but a 93.69% month-on-month sequential growth is absolutely astonishing. But let's have a look at what's happening with Tesla, certainly throughout the week. So Seeking Alpha, another article in here. Electric vehicle stocks are ending the week on a down note as some of the optimism over the green tidal wave recedes and the ongoing global chip shortage weighs on sentiment. I think the ongoing global chip shortage is probably more of a concern at the moment anyway. At some point there won't be a chip shortage concern, so you know, do you really need to let it worry you too much? No. If Tesla stocks or the rest of the EV companies, if their stocks plummet quite a lot this week because of this shortage, why not load up on them? Because look, there's not going to be a shortage at some point, there just won't be. So they'll be back up and running, they'll get their numbers back up to where they were or need to be. The article goes on, I'll just quickly read this bit here. Tesla is down 1.2%, obviously compared to its competitors here. We've got 6.1, 4.5, 5.4, 3.7, 7.4, 7.5, 5, 4.9, 4.8. We've got plenty of charge point holdings, 1.9, not too bad. But we've got plenty of EV companies that have performed much worse than Tesla. And I think the reason, well, it says it here, the reason isn't down as much as some of its EV peers after the delivery numbers out in China appear to be strong. So the reason that Tesla hasn't dropped quite as much this week as its peers is simply because the delivery numbers are so strong. So if we were looking at Tesla without a lack of chip shortage, would Tesla have gained 5% this week? Yeah, probably. On delivery numbers, I reckon it could have gained a good 5%. So once we have this chip shortage sorted and there is no longer a chip shortage, should we be seeing quite a good bullish case, a good increase in Tesla? Absolutely. Certainly Dave Ives from Wedbush believes so. Do I believe so? Well, I don't know. I'm still the jury's out still on Tesla for me, just based on its competition coming up. You know, it obviously is doing great things in China, but China, if they get too big, being an American company, somehow they will put a lid on it. You know, will they? I don't know. You can't speculate these things, but it's the sort of thing China would do. So who knows? But some really positive news for Tesla this week. Some really positive delivery figures, which is exactly what they need to do. They need to get the product out there. As soon as it's out there more and being delivered more, it gets seen. It's on social media more. People take a picture, look at my new Tesla, and hopefully we're going to see a bit of a snowball effect. As I said, having said that, we are seeing some very strong figures year on year for Q1 for the majority of its competitors, XPeng and NIO as well. So that's it guys on Tesla. As I said, interesting on Monday. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the stock and whether it rallies a little or probably gets worse, maybe because the shortage of chips might get even worse. We don't know. We'll wait and see. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. I do think that EV stocks maybe are a good time to get in just because they're being beaten up a little bit because of the shortage of chips. But will the shortage of chips be forever? No, I doubt it. So probably a good time to get in maybe. Who knows? If you've seen any of my last videos, I did a video on Tesla, and you'll know that I probably think, especially with other EV manufacturers growing at the pace they're growing, I still do think that Tesla's up against some serious competition, and I do worry about its future. They have a huge renewable energy space and energy storage, and they're into other bits and pieces as well, which might help it in the future. It's not just an EV car company, but we shall see what the future brings with Tesla. in truth, if you came here for an opinion, I'm not going to give you one because I don't know really either way. I still think Tesla's a bit of a hype stock, so I still think it could get up to those kind of analyst predictions of $1,000 maybe, which will give you a phenomenal, let's say 40% upside. But I don't know, I would just be still a little bit wary of Tesla as a whole. It's certainly, for me, it's not like an Apple stock whereby they don't have the market by any stretch, but I just feel they're a more established company and probably a bit of a safer place to put your money for a growth income. Who knows? It's all speculative. It's all a bit of a risk. That's why we're in this game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. So that's my view, although it was not really much of a view. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that was useful for some of you, maybe most of you. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.